Oh, it's you.
Hey, we're just having a look around.
I'm here to update myself on how things are going here.
Let me introduce you. This is Mr. Garunt Snežević. He represented the Knave in sending us a large amount of supplies. And his help, our residents are hard at work as well. Thanks to everyone, work is progressing nicely. We've lost a lot—
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours. I especially like that article you wrote. But if you don't mind, could you not emphasize our role too much in your report? It's not charity we're doing here. We just happen to share the same interests as the Spina.
I get where you're coming from. I'll keep it as simple as possible. Or would you be willing to feature as friendly neighbors?
That would be fine. Thanks!
Oh, you're back too. How are things?
We finished laying down the construction materials. It'll be another hour before the workers are able to go over there.
Huh? You're here too, Clarand?
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole duel business with Miss Farina. So she's here in Poisson to wait out the heat. All right. She really came here to help me out.
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson. The Spina has need of more decision-makers. And, well, I do already happen to be connected to Mr. Callis.
Oh, wait just a moment. Do you mind me asking a few questions? You know, about how you felt before the duel, about what it was like facing down a god. There's lots of exciting material there, I bet.
Forget it. I'm sure you can find a better theme than that, Miss Charlotte.
I see you're the same as always. Couldn't you do me a favor, for Navia's sake?
Well, if we're talking about doing things for my sake, you might as well just take a few more photos of me. Or of the Traveler. It's better than wasting time persuading Chlorand at any rate.
Of course I will. I'm not gonna let him off that easy. All right, then everyone who wants to be in the photo, gather up. And smile.
How did it go? Was it a good shot? Did Paimon look cute in it?
Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more shots. All right, that should do it. I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
You're very quick.
Speed is of the essence when it comes to the news, and freshness is the key. Also, not to brag, but I'm pretty good at building connections. Who knows? I might eventually get that interview with you after all, Miss Chlorand.
Wow, you really do have that never say die spirit. I'm impressed.
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview at the Fortress of Meripede.
Whoa, you're well informed. Let me make a guess too. I asked Sijuin, who told Monsieur Neuvillette, and he told you, right?
That's a very complete information chain.
In truth, all Monsieur Neuvillette asked me was, when did the Fortress become so friendly towards the media? I told him that it was best not to speak too soon. There's no guarantee that Ridsley will make a personal appearance.
You're right. I've got to treasure every moment I have with them. In which case, I'll be making a move first.
Stay safe now. And tell me if you hear anything interesting. I'll treat you to afternoon tea in exchange.
Wow, guess we're here again, huh? There's a real nostalgic feeling to this place.
Looks like you've been missing us.
Duke! Did you come all the way to the entrance to greet us?
Of course. I'm here to welcome you and our dear Miss Charlotte, whom our good head nurse recommended to me.
It's an honor to finally meet the much-rumored—
No need to thank me.
Of course, of course.
All right then, this way.
Hey,
It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want her
Sir, please don't say...
but it looks like dear Mr.
No, I just... This is my first time being interviewed, and I'm very thankful to the Steambird for...
now, I might not look it, but I actually did meet Mr. Edwin once. And I'll be honest, the boat that brought about a miracle, the ark that saved the people. Why, you recreated a myth back there. Still, if I might ask, where's that flying ship now?
Huh. Looks like Charlotte's trying to get herself another exclusive scoop.
I have to apologize, but that ship is presently in the bowels of our factory. I'm afraid it won't be easy for you to get a shot of it.
Really? Well, then in that case, could I have an interview with you to make up for that loss?
You already know my answer, I'm afraid. Best you interview our head nurse instead. Or perhaps you'd like to take another photo of this couple of researchers?
Did you really have to use the word couple? Well, then, 2 solo photos will do.
Is my hair messed up? Please, someone help me have a look.
Things sure are getting pretty lively here. We've seen this kind of thing before. Oh, seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like to try this new drink I came up with?
Ah, Sigewinne.
Hey, Miss Charlotte. Why don't you, take some pretty photos of our head nurse? Sure. Come on, Miss Sigewinne. Over this way. Let's find a brighter spot.
Huh? Sure. Do I have to smile? So, how have things been at the fortress?
Same old, as you can see. Fontaine's undergone some changes, but this place is still more or less the same.
Other than that flying ship, it got a tad too much attention, I think.
That's why I decided to let the interview go through. We should direct more public opinions toward the behind-the-scenes heroes. Am I right, Miss...
You're too kind, sir. I believe that you too should have your day in the sun. Not that you...
I'll just leave the spotlight to you two. I see. Lots of things happened that day, huh? Anyway, regarding that Harbinger, I'm not sure you remember, but his 3 young followers are still waiting for his return.
He sure did win them over, huh?
I'll tell them that there's good news and bad news. The good being that their boss seems fine, and the bad being that they must face extended sentences for abetting his escape.
Oh, actually, what about you? Are things gonna change for you too?
What change can there be? The fortress will keep chugging along, and so will my duties. As to what Miss Farina's departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed, we'll leave those to the folks in the overworld.
Hey, everyone! The photo shoot's done.
Good. In that case, let's call it a day here.
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on, Traveler, let's go. Till next time, everyone.
There'll be a next time?
Maybe. Who knows? I might write a story about the underwater... All right. Last stop, the docks.
Clear skies can do nothing to hide the brilliance of lightning. Divine bolts can strike even in the absence of rain. Do you see that tree? Wait, you understand? So, demonstration is not required. Good.
That makes sense.
Navia mentioned that she stayed in touch with Limmy and the others after working together. Apparently, they've been at the docks distributing these strange pockets the whole time since.
Traveler, Paimon. Ah, and Miss Charlotte, too.
Would you like a magic pocket?
What sort of gadget is it?
It's a wondrous bag that can be used to carry many things. The water level has returned to normal, but if you
Trick a friend? I wonder which of my friends would fall for that.
You could just make a friend like Fremine here. Isn't that right, Fremine?
Is this what you meant by, I'll help you make some more friends?
To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet. Could I have your contact, please?
Sure. Please, write down my address.
Lynette sure is working hard to help Fremine socialize.
He was the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to assist in our magic shows.
Yes, I was planning to first introduce Pear as an assistant, and later Fremine himself. In the future, I think we can leave underwater escape magic to him too.
That said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
Oh, it'll work out. Every journey begins with the first step. He'll become a part of our show eventually.
Lynette, could you come over?
Got it.
My, that Charlotte is rather perceptive. She got rid of everyone the moment she realized I had something to say to you. Father says that you did a great deal during the latest events. She's very grateful for your contributions to Fontaine.
That's all right. We were more than happy to help. So, what's she doing now?
Oh, I get after Lady Farina left, Father and Monsieur Neuvillette opened negotiations, during which he gave Fontaine's gnosis to her as a diplomatic gift.
A diplomatic gift? A gnosis?
Yes, I was quite surprised at first myself. But when I thought it over, there were actually a number of things going for it. It could have been done as an apology for the incident with Lord Child, or as thanks for his help in tying the all-devouring narwhal down. Furthermore, Father did also lend significant aid to Fontaine and Poisson.
Well, that's true, but this is a gnosis we're talking about. Doesn't this seem a bit...
I would agree, but I've also heard that it seems...
So there's some reason for this that only Neuvillette knows about?
I suspect you'll have to ask him about that yourself. Ah, yes, speaking of which, I did see him strolling around the entrance to the Fortress of Meripede a while back.
Isn't he real busy and stuff? Paimon didn't think he'd have the time for that. But back to the topic. The gnosis was given to the knave, right? What about Child?
They say that he's returned to Snezhnaya to recover from his wounds. I hear that the recent disaster really...
That's true. When you think about it, we've had loads of run-ins with the Fatui. To think we'd be allied with them this time.
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
Father!
Well, what do you know? Come to the docks to see how my children are doing.
Are you going to take the gnosis back to Snezhnaya?
That is our duty as harbingers, yes. Don't be too preoccupied with sides. The goal of the Fatui concerns not a single place or person, but the entire world. With such a grand goal in mind, it is inevitable that we must wear many masks. Switching my masks is well, that depends on many things. No one truly knows what the future holds. What good is honesty if you can't rely on it forever? As for you, I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone, and you've proved yourselves to be great partners. A vision? All right. I'll remember to return it. Thank you for keeping it safe for him this entire time.
And that's a wrap for me. Huh? You're...
Greetings, Miss Journalist.
Hello. If I'm not mistaken, there are diplomatic channels I'll need to report to take a photo of you.
That is correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like about our dear magicians and our upcoming rookie talent.
I will.
The sea breeze is quite pleasant.
Farewell, Father.
Oh, she has such an intimidating presence. I didn't even dare to take a picture. Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my pre-scheduled interviews. Thank you all. This'll be more than enough for me to write about, I'm sure.
Don't be too nervous. Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go? Here, Traveler, Paimon, you take one too.
To move things about?
That's right. Funny. I was giving... I guess this must be... Alright then. We'll be handing out pockets in some other districts later, so we'll get going now. Have a good day.
Well, guess we sent Charlotte, huh? Shall we go see how Neverlette's doing? As long as he's not so... You really are here, Neverlet. I didn't think you were going to have free time this hour of the day.
Really? Oh, I suppose you must have met Mr. Linney. He took the time to greet me earlier when he passed this way. In any case, you came at a good time. I was just considering reaching out to you to set up a meeting, so I may explain some things that I haven't had the time to before.
Aw, Paimon's glad that you remembered. Thank you for keeping us on your mind, what with you being busy and all. Alright, let's have it then. How was Fontaine actually saved? The whole business is still quite the mystery to us.
It is strange how words can often leave a bitter taste in the mouth when it finally comes time to say them out loud.
Whoa. So that's what happened? Focalor destroyed the divine throne of the Hydro Archon and restored your power to you, transforming you into a fully fledged elemental dragon sovereign. But Paimon still doesn't quite get what you did to save the Fontanians from dissolving.
For me, The authority of the ancient dragons refers to absolute control over the hydro element. Fontanians were incomplete humans born of Egeria's use of the power of the primordial sea, with constitutions similar to that of mimics. But so long as those primordial energies remain within them, I could use the ancient dragon's authority to grant them true blood, after the fashion in which life was first brought into being on this planet. In other words, when I gave my verdict, Fontanians became true humans, and thus would naturally no longer be dissolved by water from the primordial sea.
Fossilor must have counted on you to make that decision as well. Your verdict was the key to making the prophecy appear to have come true while saving everyone. Yeah, and in a manner of speaking, Fossilor finally managed to fulfill the original Hydro Archon's wish to turn Oceanids into real people too!
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask. Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. I have investigated his case along many avenues, but whether it be by sentiment or reason, as for the judgment passed by the Oratree Stir, whether it was due to that
Guess Fossilor had fun. Hang on a second. Back when Fontanians had...
life has always flowed like water.
Yeah, Lynette said the fountain...
In truth, even though those Oceanids who were
Paimon...
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Yeah, about that. Risley said Farina has already left. What's that all about?
Ah, Lady Farina. The people are only aware that her death sentence has not been carried out. She abdicated the post of Hydro Archon and left affairs related to that title to me, before leaving the Opera House. I related Fossilor's words to her faithfully and completely. After hearing them, she seemed neither saddened nor comforted. She simply said that she was tired and needed to rest. Having said that, she then packed her things and moved out of the Opera House, not unlike how an ordinary person might.
But she's still got a place to stay, right?
You need not worry. I will make arrangements to ensure that she will not want for food, clothing, board, or travel. In truth, I am somewhat happy for her. The wear and tear on her spirit will, of course, take time to heal. But now that she no longer has to play the role of Fossilor the Hydro Archon...
What about you then? What are your plans?
After Fossilor passed on, the Oratree... This matter will directly affect our trials. After much careful consideration, I've decided to take over its role in our courts. From now on, I shall hear cases...
Looks like you're still considering stuff from the perspective of the Udex, huh?
As an elemental dragon, there are indeed many things that I must do. But this power and this duty, in a manner of speaking, you could say that both were granted to me. As such, before I attend to my other responsibilities, I must first and foremost continue to serve Fontaine as its highest judge. The duty of the Hydro Sovereign and the duty of the Udex shall coexist within my... Additionally, the Hydro Archon's departure has brought about another problem, which is that the Opera House shall no longer produce indemnitium.
That's true. That power was derived from the people's faith in the Hydro Archon, wasn't it? Wait, but the various mechs and machines in the city are all still okay. Where are they getting their energy from?
As I am now, I have full command over New Musia, and it can serve as a complete substitute. Another reason why I cannot quite leave Fontaine immediately.
Wow. This ancient dragon's authority stuff is really quite useful, huh?
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Hang on a sec. Paimon's still got a question about the Gnosis. When we spoke to Linny earlier, he mentioned that your attitude towards giving away the Gnosis had clearly changed. We guessed that there might be some reason for it that only you were aware of.
No wonder the House of the Hearth is the Fatui's intelligence division. They are certainly sharp. So regarding this specific issue, I was just getting ready to share something with you.
What is it?
In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.
see what's going on. You hurry over soon as well, all right, Nervalet?
What next?
The all-devouring narwhal isn't here, so I'm no longer getting any interference. I can finally catch the scent of your power, what it's made of. It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons, but with something very similar to a god's curse mixed in. It's quite a novel blend. I'm sure I've encountered something like this before. What was it again?
I do not know what you speak of.
Of course. How could I forget? You should have the remains of the third Descender on your person, yes?
Remains? I've never heard of any such thing.
According to your parlance, I believe it may be called a gnosis.
Well, that much is true. After Focalor's divinity faded, she handed her gnosis to me. But I fear I have never heard of it described in the manner that you just did.
I've been training with my master, the Foul, ever since I was young, and I have never returned to the surface since. So most of the information I possess, I got from him. It is only natural for those who are greater than humanity to possess a different sort of common sense. Which is why there are so many problems in our attempts to communicate with humans. Regardless, you should probably get rid of objects of misfortune
Ella solo
to
piensa en
prevent
comer
any
y dormir.
disasters from befalling you. To live in itself is a blessing. But once a person dies, the bonds he once had with this world shall all turn to curses.
What do you mean by that?
No need to fret. These are just my personal thoughts. And my reason for no longer wishing to return to the surface.
This third Descender you refer to.
Master never mentioned them to me. Perhaps it just wasn't that important for me to know.
Suerte que tú no estabas aquí
I'll be sure to pass the
a
answer
lo
on
primero.
to you
Yo estaba
next time.
haciendo una misión.
Next time.
Ella cuando vio que le hablaban de comida se puso bien
I
contenta
do. Wait,
y comenzó a
I
comer.
have a disciple of my own, don't I? He can be the messenger then.
Pero no me gustó la misión porque cada vez que están... Siempre que están hablando, están sentados en una mesa comiendo. Por eso no me gustó la misión.
The remains of the third Descender?
Una misión bien rara.
These actually are. Paimon just thought they looked like chess pieces. How could they be a person's remains?
All the same, assuming that there was no misunderstanding or special metaphor at play, that is...
And she said that it would bring misfortune and that you should check it, which is why you...
If she speaks the truth, then I would simply be putting Fontaine at
Y
unnecessary
ella es bien
risk
pequeña,
by
ella nada más
keeping it
mide
here.
como 5, 3, 4 nada más. Eso es lo único que mide. Es como tenía un pitufo que traga.
I guessed that you might already be familiar with this concept, but I did not expect you to be one of them. That means that the Gnosis, which are exceedingly element compatible and can even enhance elemental abilities, do indeed come from the third Descender. I wonder, does your body also possess similar properties?
Like being able to use elemental powers without a vision. That does sort of count as special compatibility.
Sí, tú mides más.
No, let's not think about this stuff right now. It just feels creepy.
Sí, se pone y se enoja mucho también ella. Sí, ella se enoja mucho.
But this topic still feels like bad luck. Once Child recovers, let's get some more answers out of it.
I too believe it unwise to make too many blind guesses when information is lacking. The same is true of being at court.
All right. Whatever the case, it seems like the crisis here in Fontaine's over for now.
Yes. All of Focalor's efforts were for this moment as well.
But she sacrificed herself in the end as a god. And she suffered through all those years as a human.
Sí, se parece.
Really what she wanted?
I suppose that would be the mystery of a god. I suspect not.
Aunque yo no sé cuál tiene los ojos más grandes, tú o ella.
Were like the clouds in the sky. They will one day return to the earth.
Eso es lo único que no sé, si cuál de las dos tiene los ojos grandes.
And rain is the final answer. The water levels may sometimes tilt, and what ultimately is the difference?
Ok. Oh, tus ojos son más chiquitos. Sí, ella tiene unos ojos más, que diga la boca, la tiene más, no sé si más grande o más pequeña. Tú la tienes más grande que ella. Sí. A ver, a ver. Se prendió esto aquí ya.
Burn it down. Laid bare. Illusion shattered. This is where let's do this then.
Una boquita pequeña.
Overruled.
Light it up.
There is no escape.
Bueno, yo no sé cuál ganaría, tú o ella comiendo. Era muy extraño.
Now you shall perish.
Deja ver la siguiente. Ay, no. Ahí está bien. Bueno, no sé cuál ganaría de tú o ella comiendo. Que tú no comes mucho. Nah, yo no te creo. Cuando viene a ver, tú comes más que ella.
Rise with the sun. Illusion shattered. Inazuma shines eternal.
Me imagino tú tragando de noche, ¿eh?
Light it up.
Ella estaba comiendo ahorita lo que tú comes, helado y toda esa cosa. Ah, casi no come arroz igual. En serio. Que no traga de noche. El trombo. You say, hello my friend, what are you doing? How you feel today? Are you okay? Aguanta. Oh, está aquí mismo. Ah, helado sí, ¿verdad? Pero de algo tienen de algo sí tienen diferente. No sé cuál de las dos habla más o habla menos. Pero algo tiene que tener, ¿no? ¿Cómo tú dices? No te entiendo. Te gusta mucho el helado y la fresa, la uva y la sandía y el melón. Ok. ¿Te gusta ese juego? Qué bien. Este juego tú lo puedes jugar también, lo puedes jugar en celular, lo puedes jugar en tabla y también lo puedes jugar en toda la consola. Está gratis. Sí. ¿No te gusta el mango ni la piña? Ay, ay, ay. Y esas son las mejores frutas. El mango es buenísimo. A mí me gusta el jugo de piña. Sí, tú lo puedes buscar. El nombre es bien fácil. Tú nada más tienes que copiar el nombre que yo tengo y lo buscas. Es gratis. También tú lo puedes jugar en computadora también. Pero eso depende que... O en una PlayStation, donde quiera lo puedes jugar. Sí, también. Depende qué celular tú tengas. Sí, es bien fácil este juego. Solamente tú nada más... Solo necesitas aprenderte todo lo básico del juego. Y después de ahí tú puedes ir mejorando el personaje, lo sube de nivel, hace misiones, tiene personajes que son gratis, que tú puedes tirarle en este juego se llama gachapón. El gachapón, si tú reúnes protogemas, tú puedes tirar y sacar un personaje gratis. Sí, al personaje como este que tengo es de fuego, al personaje como de este que es de piedra, que él genera un escudo y es bien bueno, son de lanza, espada y libro. Tiene muchas variaciones también. ¿En serio? Ah, corazón no tiene consola entonces. Si la rompiste, imagínate. Hoy también la computadora. Ajá. Dice a las 11:13. Dice a las 11. Ah, bueno. Entonces tú eres peligroso entonces. A las 13, ok. No, está difícil entonces contigo. Está bien difícil entonces. Sí, eso veo que sí, que eres muy peligrosa. Suerte que por lo menos, gracias a Dios, tú no tienes todo lo que yo tengo. Un momento. Oh, man. Suerte que... Mira que está golpeando a mi novio y lo defiendo. Oh, sí. Eso es bueno, tú sabes. Porque a veces hay mujeres que por ejemplo, algunas tienen como miedo y como que ellas no se mueven. Tú sabes, no se mueven a defender a nadie. como que huyen. ¿Tú me entiendes? Como que huyen o no le interesa.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Ok, ahora sí. Yeah, eso es bueno. A veces son muy pocas las mujeres así como tú. Sí, son muy pocas. Porque hay veces hay mujeres que hay mujeres hasta que si se cae una botella, al piso, hay mujeres que salen corriendo.
Ad Astra. Thank you for complete.
Sí. Oh, sí, tú copias a tu hermano.
Osman.
No me quiero imaginar, ¿eh? Me imagino que seguro tú le dabas muchos golpes, seguro.
Perfect. It's you two.
Me imagino, ¿eh? Tú dándole golpe, ¿eh?
Really that important, it's probably some Archon class commission.
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system. In fact, this commission is also probably not nearly as intimidating as what you're expecting. All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Huh?
I came
Me
across
imagino que
this
sentía
commission
mucho
while
miedo
reviewing our
contigo.
backlog not too long ago. It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure, despite attempts by several accomplished and renowned adventurers. With the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best interest to assign this commission to the adventurer.
Well, that's us for sure.
All I'm at, if it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the
Okay, so who are we looking for?
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of but the problem is, they don't
Claro,
know the
como la
missing
fruta y el
person's name.
melón, ¿eh?
They can only provide information about his general appearance.
Yo he visto muchos videos de mucha gente que rompe los melones.
Village, but they don't even know his name? If so many adventurers have failed to complete this commission, maybe
Sí,
this
porque hay veces
missing
que
villager doesn't exist at all. Could it be some sort of a prank or something?
Unlikely.
Los
Several
melones son bien
villagers came
fáciles de
by to issue
romper.
the commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they seemed incredibly sincere. It certainly didn't seem like a joke to them.
Pues sí, yo sí tengo muchas cositas, por ejemplo, que no me gustaría tener como a alguien que le guste romper o botar o algo así, no me gustaría. Mira, yo tengo computadora, tengo un mouse, tengo la Play 5, tengo la Play 4, tengo la Play 3, tengo muchos controles de Play 5. Una televisión, tengo juegos. O sea, imagínate tú meterte con alguien que sea tóxico. Sí, da mucho miedo. Sí, la fruta, la uva. A mí me gusta mucho hacer la... A mí me gusta mucho hacer batida con la fruta. Pero lo que más me gusta es la banana con la fresa, me gusta mucho.
To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. We've pretty much had it up to here in question.
So, this person we're looking for. What's his name? Where did he live? Does he have any relatives?
I don't know.
No, no, sino que yo me refiero a que no me gustaría
I'm
como,
sorry, I didn't mean to sound short
como
with you.
estar con una
I was
persona
actually just giving
que,
you my
que le
answer. I
guste
know it may seem like we
romper
don't have
cosas, tú
anything to
sabes.
offer by way of information, but I promise you, we just don't know the
Porque ahí
specifics.
el que
Maybe
sale
we did
perdiendo
at one
soy yo.
point, but that information is long gone by now. At least that's what everyone in the village sees.
All right. Specifics aside, then.
Young guy, in his early 20s probably. Incredibly kind sort of person. Always, I chat with him.
Es solo eso, sino como que no me gustaría tener a alguien que no, que
Very interesting guy.
como que le guste romper. No, no me gustaría tener a alguien así porque
Nearly as down in the dumps as you did before.
si en algún momento yo tengo algo,
But of course,
me lo puede
everyone in the
romper
village
o
is
algo
pretty
y
fond of
entonces
him.
quien sale
We wouldn't have
perdiendo
issued
soy
that
yo.
commission otherwise. There aren't many young people like him nowadays, so genuine and pure. To think that he just
Sí,
up and disappeared one day. I just hope nothing
sí.
bad happened.
Could he have just moved away without...
No, he's not
Sí,
the
yo
type
te
to leave
entiendo que
without
tú la
saying
compras.
goodbye. And anyway,
Ujú.
moving away without being seen by a single...
All right. Thanks for the information.
Eso es bueno que por lo menos tú la rompes y tú me la compras.
If this commission is really as challenging as Catherine made it out to be, we're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation.
Ay, padre. Sí, porque mira, por ejemplo, am,
For the guy that's gone missing.
yo estoy aquí en esta casa, ¿verdad? Aquí en esta casa, la persona que está aquí, ¿verdad? Que es dueña, a veces piensa que las cosas mías son como de papel. Entonces ella siente como que lo mío no vale, y entonces lo de ella sí vale. Entonces, imagínate tú cómo debe ser eso, ¿eh?
I'm afraid I can't offer much about
Un
his
poco difícil,
appearance.
sí.
But I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. Not recently, of course. That loss has left me feeling quite empty. I don't think his parents are still living in the village. But somehow he never seemed lonely.
Oh, no, esta
In
casa es la
fact, he
de...
was usually the one offering
Esta casa es
companionship to others.
la de mi hermana,
He
¿eh?
would often take time to visit the elderly or play with the orphans in the
Yo
village.
no estoy casado ni
And
nada de
whenever
eso.
someone had something on
Gracias
their
a
mind,
Dios.
he was there to listen with open ears. He always knew just what to say. As the village chief,
Yo no sé si tú te recuerdas, yo te había dicho a ti desde el principio que yo estoy soltero.
moments in their lives should have been one
Yo
of
creo que
my
lo dije en el chat de
responsibilities.
Ian.
But he was often the one rising to
Oh,
the
no,
occasion.
no solo. Ella tiene una niña
No wonder his
y
disappearance
está mi mamá
affected
aquí.
you all so much. But, you wouldn't happen to know any details about his name, address, or family situation, right? It's okay. There's no need to force yourself to try and remember. We'll
Mi
figure
mamá está
something
aquí
out.
también. Que yo estoy aquí es por mi mamá, ¿eh?
Well, Traveler, what do you think? I don't think so too. Like, the name
No sé si tú me entiendes.
so weird that
Yo estoy
no
aquí
one
con mi
remembers
mamá.
his name.
So, estamos en la
Nobody has
casa
been
de
able
ella.
to tell
So,
us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from reality or something.
exacto.
Wait.
Yo a veces le ayudo en alguna cosa, pero es que ella siempre algo se le olvida siempre.
Begin with?
Sí.
Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process
Pero
that one.
en lo personal yo estoy aquí es por mi mamá, porque hay veces que ella no quiere saber de mí y yo nunca le he hecho nada. No sé si me entiende. Yeah.
You two are the adventurers
Nunca
who
me...
just arrived, right?
Sí, por un lado eso es
You're
bueno,
here for the Vamara Village Commission?
que tú vivas así, tú sabes.
Sure are.
Pero ahora mismo la situación no está muy buena. Si no, si hubiera sido buena para mí, yo no,
so
yo
glad
ahora
to hear
mismo,
that.
yo estuviera
Thank goodness you haven't given up.
en un
I've been so worried the Adventurers
en
Guild
un
might
en un
cancel our
cuartico
commission.
pequeño para mí solo. O
My
si mi
name is
mamá
Atosa,
quiere
by the
estar
way.
ahí.
I grew up.
Yeah, no
Ujú.
need to worry. We'll give it our best shot. So, were you
Sí.
close to the missing
Por eso es que yo dije que
give us?
el otro día que a veces no es bueno
I'm not sure
vivir
this counts as a
con
lead,
alguien
but follow me.
que no
There's a
le
place I'd like to
importa
show you.
mucho lo que tú haces o lo que tú tienes. Porque yo ahora mismo, con todas las cosas que yo tengo, o sea, hay un dinero ahí invertido, o sea, en mi juego, en mi cosa. Entonces, hay veces que no es que no me gusta darle mucha preocupación o algo así, pero si no fuera por mí, ahora mismo yo estuviera en un sitio mejor. Yo y mi mamá. Se escucha feo, tú sabes, que alguien que tú no le hayas hecho nada, que piense así de ti o que te tenga odio.
But this place is very
Es difícil,
meaningful to
pero
me.
yo lo he
It's so
sabido
full of
manejar y
memories. We
estoy
used to
tranquilo,
always sit
gracias a Dios.
together under this tree and I was
Si en algún
actually
día mi
adopted by the
situación
people of
mejora,
Vamara
yo
Village.
quizás me busque
The forest rangers found me in the woods as
otro
a child.
sitio mejor donde
I
yo
was
pueda
surrounded
estar
by such good
tranquilo,
people and
donde yo
growing up
pueda
in the
guardar
village
mi
was so
cosa, tú sabes.
lively. Still, there were times when I couldn't help
Sí,
but
yo sé
feel
que es feo
incredibly
vivir
alone.
así, pero eso es temporal.
How should I
Porque yo sé que en algún momento la situación va a
When something's
mejorar
bothering you,
y
or when you have
yo,
good news to
si mi
share,
mamá quiere,
always want to
podemos
talk
estar
about it with
juntos.
somebody.
Tú
But for
sabes,
the longest
así
time,
ella
I
no está
didn't know who I
sola y
could
no está
talk to,
aburrida porque
or
a ella
if
le
I should
gusta
say
estar
anything
mucho
at all.
tranquila.
Everyone has their own
Entonces,
problems
esta
to deal with.
persona
Even if I might want
se la pasa
Really?
todo el día peleando por un poquito de hierba.
nice.
O sea, es todo lo exagera.
When it
No
comes to
cuida
our missing
muchacho.
villager, well,
Se la pasa en el
I
gimnasio.
guess no matter what came my way, he was so
Pero ya
thoughtful
tú
and
sabes.
pure and patient too. Whenever I talk, ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I
Ujú.
wanted to tell him. No, none of those things matters
Sí,
now.
pero de todas maneras,
I just really
yo
want to
siempre
see
pienso
him again.
adelante, tú sabes, en un mejor
You
futuro
two
para
must have
mí.
been really close. Did he ever tell you anything about himself?
Sí, y eso que tu familia son así contigo.
Mostly
No
just
todo,
talked
pero
about interesting things he saw around
la
the
única
village.
que me trata así
He'd
es
share a lot
ella.
of his own
Y,
wild
yo,
ideas
y
as
eso que
well.
yo soy el hermano
right.
más
I did
grande.
ask him about his parents once.
Yo soy el más grande de
But
los
all he
tres.
said
Yo
was,
soy el
"They're
más
not here
limpio de los tres.
I
Los
didn't know
otros dos
whether that meant
hermanos,
he had left the village
ellos se
or
la
passed
pasan
away,
en
and I
malo
didn't
paso,
want to pry.
fumando, ya tú
Not much to
sabes,
go off of.
tú sabes.
Look at me.
Pero
The
por lo
last
menos
time
le
I
doy
talked
gracias a
this
Dios
much
que
in
por
one
lo
go
menos
was
yo
when
soy
we were still
inteligente, tú
together.
sabes.
Come
Yo
to
soy
think of it,
inteligente, me
every time we talked, it
defiendo
always seemed to be around
y
dusk.
por lo menos trato
just
de
like right
buscar
now.
algo, si algún
Time
día
always
llega,
passed by really
algo que
slowly.
sea tranquilo, que
Even when
sea
it felt like we'd been talking
mucha
for hours,
tranquilidad, que
the
cuando yo
sun
me
would still
levante
be
yo
at the
pueda
same
escuchar los
position in the
pajaritos,
sky.
beberme un
Time
café,
always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right?
jugar los juegos míos
what's wrong,
tranquilo, tú sabes. Pero yo no le doy mucha mente. Yo sé que ella es así, pero ella es así porque ella quiere tratar de como de que
Look at those
de que
hills over
ella no
there.
quiere cuidar
Doesn't it
nada.
seem like they're acting?
Ella no quiere cocinar, ella quiere que le cocinen. Por eso ella es así. Y a ella no le gusta que le digan la verdad.
Disorder. Could they be the ones behind all of this?
Sí, ella es así. Pero yo la dejo, pero tú sabes.
Uh-oh, we've been spotted. Quick, get ready to fight.
El otro día estábamos en la casa de una tía. Entonces yo lo único que dije fue que todo lo que yo sé lo aprendí solo.
There is no escape.
Exacto, eso es lo que más o menos todo el mundo dice, ¿no? Y además hay personas que ellos se lucen porque ellos ella lo hace porque mi mamá le cuida a la muchacha, Sí, ella hace eso porque mi mamá le cuida a la muchacha. Entonces ella tiene tiempo para ir al gimnasio, tú sabes, y le gusta que le limpien la casa, le limpien el baño. O sea, hagan todo por ella.
The hilly trolls around Vilmara village have been a lot more active lately.
Sí.
They seem agitated and will
Pero
often attack
ojalá
anything
algún
in
día,
sight.
por ejemplo, si la
Chief
situación
Abigail
mejora,
doesn't allow the
yo
children
espero
to play in the area around the
buscar mi
village
propio
anymore.
rumbo.
Maybe the
Porque
Abyss
es
Order
malo
really
tú ver
is
una
involved.
persona loco que no hace de nada
We should
y
head
todo el
back and
tiempo
check
se
out the
queja.
situation in Vilmara village just in case.
Sí, nada
If the
más de
Abyss
que
Order is
haciendo
plotting
trabajo en
something
la
that could spell
computadora.
trouble for the
Yo le
villagers.
pregunto, ¿qué trabajo es ese? Eso no es trabajo, trabajar en una computadora. Porque si trabajar en una computadora, yo tengo una computadora aquí y yo hasta eso lo hago. Tú sabes.
Ah, it's you two.
Oh, a friend of
Sí.
yours? Well, I'll leave you all to it then.
Pues sí,
I
Chinita,
should
eso es
head back to the
temporal.
village and check up on Chief Amadea
Yo sé que en
and the
algún
others
tiempo
anyway.
algo tiene que cambiar o
See you
algo, tú
later.
sabes.
Yep, see you later, Atos.
Porque una persona no puede vivir todo el tiempo que le cuiden los gatos, que le limpie, que le echen comida al gato, que le cambien la tierra al gato.
It's hardly personal.
So
Sí,
you're here to
eso es
investigate the
temporal,
Abyss
tú
Order
sabes.
then. That would explain the monsters you were fighting just now.
Naturally.
Por lo menos,
Hold on.
gracias a Dios, con todo
Are
lo
you
que
not
yo
here for the
sé,
same purpose?
por lo menos yo voy aprendiendo, por lo menos sé cocinar, lavar la ropa, yo limpiar el piso, yo sé muchas cositas, gracias a Dios.
No matter.
Eso es lo bueno.
It may have taken you a while to catch on, but I'm sure
Sí,
you've
eso es lo
also
bueno.
realized by now that there's something
Y lo
strange
bueno de
about
mí
this
es que
place. The Abyss Order is most
yo mismo
certainly planning something in
chequeo
this
mi
area.
cosa, mi computadora.
Their plan
El
could
otro
already
día,
be in
no
motion.
hace un tiempo, yo la limpié la computadora mía y
Activity in the area?
por lo menos yo, tú sabes, me sé defender, por lo
As things
menos.
stand,
Still, the Hilly Turlock.
the best way to protect them is by
Sí.
figuring out what the Abyss
Pero
Order is
a veces te
truly
digo
planning.
algo,
That is how we
a
prevent
veces
further
es culpa,
tragedy.
a veces es de la mamá. Porque a veces hay madres que a veces los hijos
And you shall have them.
se comportan
I never
mal
intended to
y
hide
la
anything
mamá
from
no
you.
le dice nada.
Don't worry. There should be ample
Entonces,
time to
el
talk.
hijo que se porta bien es el único hijo que tratan mal. Tú sabes. Pero gracias a Dios, yo por lo menos yo me sé defender.
So that was the commission
Y
that brought
quizá
you
ellos
here
no
to
saben
Vilmara
defenderse
Village.
solos.
Someone
Es por
who
eso que
seems
mi
to only
mamá quizás
exist in
no le
people's
dice
memories.
nada.
That is indeed quite intriguing.
Yo a veces se lo digo, tú
I would
sabes a
agree that
ella.
it's unlikely you have a simple missing persons case. It appears all we have by way of clues is
¿Qué pasó? Está callada
That
ahí,
mysterious voice he heard in his sister's memory. The one who called himself a sinner.
Mamá pone los ojos, ¿eh? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Está
Traveler,
comiendo?
let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you? I sense hesitation in your words.
Sí.
After all, you still haven't figured out the
Gracias a
whole
Dios,
truth
yo
of
sé
what
de
happened.
todo un poco.
There's still hope for the two of you to reconcile.
Sí, yo sé, gracias a Dios, de todo un poco, limpio, limpio los platos, la cantina.
He
De
and his
todo un
fellow
poco, yo
sinners
sé,
have
gracias a
long
Dios.
betrayed me, and long betrayed their nation. His name
Ah,
is
se está quedando dormida.
the Visionary. I'm loath to admit it, but
Oh, bueno.
he is all.
Sí, porque no veo que no está escribiendo ni nada. Yo digo, se durmió.
The 5 sinners of Kanria, the wise Roptatir, the visionary Vedderfolnir, gold
Rhine-daughter,
Ay,
the
padre.
foul Sertologi, and Rehir of
Tiene mucho
Solar.
sueño. A usted le gusta mucho dormir, ¿eh?
No matter how eroded my memory may become, I will never forget their names.
El sueño, ¿ah?
I shall have my vengeance.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhine and the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vetafolni.
Oh, bueno. Yo pensaba que se había ido a dormir, porque como Ian se fue del directo, yo pensaba que no estaba ahí. ¿Dónde lo está viendo? ¿En el
They were
teléfono?
once people of great esteem in Canria, 6 of us. Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something, so they became sinners. But also transcend, and when the cataclysm occurred, indeed, if they are, of course, as I said, I never intended to hide anything from you.
Ah, bueno, ok.
So, Dane, what have you been looking into all this time?
Oh, bueno.
I've continued to
¿Por qué pone ese
investigate the
emoji? ¿Está
questions
pensando en
surrounding
algo?
the Loom of Fate. It's
No,
been
yo
quite
solamente
some time since the
pregunté.
initial operation was launched. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to
Sí,
stop part of their
porque
plan from coming to
yo pensaba
fruition.
que lo estaba viendo en la tabla o algo así. Sí, porque yo no sé en dónde lo está viendo. Eso es lo único que no sé.
However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical
Porque
experiment.
yo a veces cuando yo estoy viendo el directo de
The eye
Ian,
was integral to
yo a
their
veces
plan.
lo pongo
Yet
en la
somehow, despite failing
PlayStation.
to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase and found some other
Ah,
way
está
to keep
pensando en
moving
plato de
forward.
camarones.
There are many signs pointing to that effect.
Pues sí, yo a veces cuando estoy viendo el directo de Ian, yo a veces lo estoy mirando
Our most pressing
desde la
concern
PlayStation, en
is
la
to determine the
televisión,
purpose of
o a
the
veces
Loom
lo
of Fate.
pongo en la
From
computadora,
there,
porque yo lo
we'll
tengo
be able
aquí
to
mismo al
deduce
lado
the
mío.
Abyss
Los dos.
Order's true objective. Based on the intel I've gathered so far, I
Ah,
suspect
ok,
the Loom of
está
Fate is
bien.
related to the
Tiene
ley
el
lines
celular.
in some way.
The ley lines?
Traveler, my recent investigation has...
Wait, then our commission here in Vimara Village.
It's certainly possible.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigate.
Ah, estas misiones fueron largas, sí.
Oh, so tired. Well, let's go find Dane. We've got a...
Ok, vamos allá. Si ese dormir.
Hello, Dane?
Hello.
Just zoning out over here.
Tiene mucho sueño también.
Did something happen?
The missing person from your commission. Could you describe them to me?
Oh, young guy? Early 20s? Seriously, Dane, what's going on?
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that aren't there before. Memories of him.
Maybe...
No.
¿O será que
It wasn't a dream.
o será que está esperando?
They're memories.
¿O será que no es nada interesante para ti hoy o qué?
Certain I've never met this person before.
Sí, porque usted dijo ahorita que comió algo, ¿no?
I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
Me recuerdo.
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then.
Ese ánimo.
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability to implant memories into the minds of others.
Wait,
Ánimo, chinita, ánimo.
all the memories the villagers have of him, could they be fake too? But why would he do something like that?
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning, an important truth has been revealed to us this morning.
What sort of truth?
That their goal is still to obtain the Eye of the First Field. I am the only person who knows its look. Your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't believe the Abyss Order is capable of altering reality. However, considering their sync, come with me. We must check whether the—
Oh, so you're going to take us to where you hid?
Of course.
Sí, ánimo. Ok, vamos a ver dónde queda esto. Esta misión está lejos. ¿Aún sigue ahí todavía?
Way out here?
Pues se durmió.
Not an easy place to discover, that's for sure. Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Hey, wait up!
Ok, vamos para allá entonces. Vamos a ver de qué se trata esta misión, ¿no? Tirarán, aquí volando. Ok, vamos allá entonces.
Shine down.
Los honguitos. Vamos
There
allá.
is no escape. Rise with the sun. Shine down.
Esa chinita, ánimo, se durmió.
Stabilize. It appears the mechanisms here have changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
Oh, padre. Un cofre. Ok, vamos allá entonces a la pelea.
There is no
Trombone.
escape. Overruled. Witness my rise.
Power.
Burn it down. Pyroclastic surge.
y se fue.
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism.
Eepa.
Ah, the door's open. Let's go. Our destination is just up ahead.
Si Chinita sigue ahí. O se durmió, ¿ah? El poder de los dioses.
Looks like we can't go any further.
Se tiró un pedito.
Be on your guard. I sense the presence of the abyss.
It's the Abyss Order! They're here!
Vamos a pelear entonces, vamos a la batalla. Rumble. Sí, está bien.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Crumble. Sí, eso me di cuenta que durmió ahí. No la oigo que no habla.
I will have order. Solidify.
Tiene que ver.
Try and stop me.
Quiero dormir en algo, escucharé en...
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap. The Abyss Order just wanted to follow us here. Now that they're in the vicinity, we
Pero va a
should
ser un
have a
sueño
chance
bien
to
lejos,
see.
sí, ¿eh?
Dane? What's wrong?
Can you feel that? There's been a disturbance in the ley lines. It must be the work of the Abyss.
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing. Paimon doesn't feel it.
Paimon, dile a la chinita que no se duerma.
The Abyss Order is putting something in motion.
Ya seguro te lo dice ahora.
Village, just think of it as a way to
Pero ya te lo va a decir en inglés, va a decir, ¿qué es lo que dice? Bueno, vamos a invocar las púberes. Una mirada tenebrosa, donde los dioses. Okay. Oh, la hermana.
I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
You risked your safety and that of the Eye? That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
So you came here all on your own? What about those followers of yours?
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom.
better, I know you must have a lot to say. But if it's a
Vamos allá a
conversation you
pelear.
want, you'll have to defeat me first.
Ok, si se van a matar, que empiece ya. Que piense los madrazos.
The Abyss Order's on the move. The ley lines are all out of whack. We better hurry back to... Hey, look at those hilly trails. Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago? Why are they so calm all of a sudden?
Están comiendo manzana ahí, Uno se durmió y el otro está con la cabeza para
In
abajo.
the new world, they bade farewell to the shrouded. At last, such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
Did you hear that? What was that sound just now?
Vete a comer, vete. El gato este jode mucho.
It sounded so gentle. Could that voice be comforting the hilly trails in some way? Oh, this is weird. Let's... Looks like the same thing is happening over here, too. The hilly trails are...
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an endless amount of time to love.
Soy Ian Santana, el pirata del Caribe.
Over there.
Mira, se durmieron comiendo con el Pepe Pollo.
In the end, he whispered, "Sleep well, Father. Sleep well, my beloved people. When you awake, that which differentiates us shall be."
It almost sounds like a poem or some kind of story. Well, now that the hilly trails have calmed down, Vimara Village should be safe at least. Let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to find the...
Si vamos para allá. Donde el abuelito. Abuelito, ¿qué usted dice? Te vendo 4 manzanas por 40 pesos.
The Abyss Order? This is the first I'm hearing of it. Thank you for your concern.
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager while we were gone, did you? Huh? Well, you know, the young guy from Vimar. That's kind of the whole reason we're here.
Ah, I do apologize, you two. At least right now, I can't seem to recall whatever it is you're referring to. Perhaps you should try asking...
But how is that? All right. Thanks for your help, Grandpa Amadia. Something's definitely not right. We just talked to Grandpa Amadia about the missing villager. There's no way he could have... What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have... You're right. We should narrow down the possibilities first. Let's go ask someone else then.
Ok, ¿dónde vamos? Para allá arriba. Permiso. Hola, campesino. ¿Qué está pasando por aquí?
Someone's gone missing? Who?
Just as expected. That guy you said a bunch of nice things about earlier? The one, he's around 20 years old, and you said...
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
El campesino no sabe dónde está parado.
You remember?
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. If you're certain that's what I said, then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing? Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too. They couldn't have gone far.
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him. And apparently he just saw him? Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've...
Yeah. Ok, piénsalo rápido.
Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukadevata, no one remembers him.
Who remember? Ok, vamos a ver.
If we really did travel back to a time travel is extremely difficult to perform. If this person only exists in people's memories.
Right! Paimon totally forgot about the leyline disturbances. We're in someone else's memory. Just like how you entered your sibling's memory last time. That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory after all. Right. If he's someone who only exists in people's memories, then we're finally on the same turf. But didn't Bayron just say that he saw him leave the village with someone? Where should we go look for him? Who knows how long this ley line disturbance is gonna last? We might not have that much time, and we don't even know whose memory this is. Good idea! That'll help us narrow things down. We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to... Right! That! Could we try to figure out more about him using what we know of his ability? Like, does it maybe leave a trace that would somehow give him away?
All the memories seem to be set in or near Vimara village, but I'm still not sure if they're restricted to this location. All the memories seem to be set in or near Vimara village. If time was allowed to pass within the false memory...
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That's the tell of the fake memories! The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day. If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell that something was off. Like there could be overlap or something. People might start... That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a specific moment in time rather than over a period of time.
Déjame
We
ver.
thought Chief Amadea forgot about them. No.
Nope.
Dainslif had memories implanted into it. No. That doesn't seem... The color of the sky.
Oh, right!
Chinita se fue.
Exactly what Atosa described!
Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk. Just like right time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt...
Yep, that has to be it! Yeah, that's where the...
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She should. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. Do you maybe have anything you want to share? It's okay if you don't. You could also just talk about what you think of me?
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and thoughtful young woman. You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
Oh, right. This version of Atosa hasn't met us yet.
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort, so I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atosa. We'll have to continue this conversation another time.
Another time, huh? Yeah, okay. I'll head back to the village then. Talk to you some other time.
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
Okay.
Born into abject sorrow. You're Kari Bear Alberic. Oh. You know me? Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw the me from back then. This is Atosa's memory. I came here to say goodbye to her. But I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come, let's find somewhere else. I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world, after all. As you well know. It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that... Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the loom of fate. But, despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the loom of fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction. In truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion. The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the loom of fate. As for your question, the loom in its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own. Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories. But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world. Yes, I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life. Ah, that. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Not only, I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world. As if... I know what you must be thinking. Why would I do something so... But I just couldn't accept it. I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me. Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa. What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village. I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life. Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time. I know it sounds stupid. After all, my life ended a long time ago. Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. My consciousness, left even the form you see before you, was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to grow up. I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them find me. If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. But, well... I know. Captain Dainsleif. Twilight's... Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories.
The fact that I'm able to talk to you in my conscious, the loom of fate has already been completed. No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye... Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he? His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the princess. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. That's right, because in his mind, he had given it to you already. Before you two entered that false location.
Remember.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside. That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the eye. I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything. Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet, creating in the face of everything they could be planning. I feel, in any case, you remember my father, don't you? After he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form. To comfort me, my father told me a story. That this was a fairy tale world, where I had to take on the form of a little monster. That story managed to dispel my fears. Even if just for a moment. My goal was simple. To use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form, when its ability to create memories was to implant a specific memory into the minds of the hilichurls. In that memory, I would tell them a story, just like my father did for me. I can't change the world. All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. But now, the bedtime story is finished.
Looks like I was too late to see Caribert one last time. Kari Bear's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too. Well, how about a conversation?
Wait. Regresa, my
A
friend.
chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps the loom of fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time before the heavenly principles awaken. Yes, for 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Conria, there's been no sign of activity. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes, such a flagrant disregard for the rules. However, the Heavenly Prince, you could say that. Just look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful. Even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived... Of course, that's only one... Ether?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you, but for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Me
No!
you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom.
Flowers?
To have a place like that suddenly appear before me. Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean...
I miss you too, Ether. But as this war continues to rage, and as I don't even know how to face...
What's going on?
This space has lost its tether.
No way.
I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our inability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. Everything in this space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now?
Pepita, no!
Still so sleepy. Paimon's head feels all fuzzy. Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw... Oh, and Dane came by just now? It looked like he was injured. He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were alright and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya. Let's think for a second. We were in that memory, and we saw that guy you called Kari Bear. he was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon... Wait, really? What a score! Well, what happened after that?
Ah, there you are. Sleep well?
Bayram, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad, I'd say. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right to leave all the searching to the event, so there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back to him. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the village. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. They looked like quite a happy family, apparently.
Happy.
And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of strange that we forgot all about it. Oh, and we also remembered his name, Curry Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner. Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is.
Happy
And we're
con
all relieved
Pepito.
now that we know
Pepito
what
happy.
happened.
Seems like everyone thinks Curry Bear left the village. Paimon wonders how Atosa... Paimon didn't see her in the village just now, so she's probably at the tree.
Okay.
Hey, Atosa, how's it going?
Oh, it's you two. I was just about to go looking for you. I wanted to thank you. I was part of the search party, so I remember what happened to Curry Bear now. Honestly, he always seemed to appear out of nowhere, and now he left just as quickly. If Curry Bear wants me to forget about the time we spent together, then I relied on him for a lot of things, but... Okay, I'll admit. I'm just putting on a brave face. I was dumped, wasn't I? Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without... You don't need to comfort me. I'll be okay. It's just like Curry Bear said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious. And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see me one day. Anyway, thanks for all your hard work, you two. I promise I'd...
Well, that should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go back to normal now. Oh, right! Weren't you about to tell Paimon what happened after your conversation with... A picture? Where'd that come from? Let Paimon see!
Mm. Okay.
Stabilize.
Stabilize.
Rise with the sun. Yeah. Transfixed. This is where we fall. Shine down. Wrath from the sky. Torn to oblivion!
Overruled! This is order! Gather!
Crumble!
Illusion shattered! Light it up! Everlasting is the moon! Shine down!
Stabilize!
Light of the blazing sun! Now you shall perish! There is no escape! Laid bare!
Order guide!
This is where we fall. Transfixed!
Oh, padre. Mucho de Pepe el Pollo. Se pone abajo, ¿no?
I won't hold you back.
Okay, Banner. Banner.
Burn it down! Shine down! Torn to oblivion! Teamwork is dreamwork! Pyroclastic surge!
Cae.
We'll have order!
Te cae.
Rise with the sun! Now you shall perish! Adventures, everybody stand back! Wrath from the sky!
Stabilize! Order guide you!
There is no escape! Get out of here! Off we go!
Adventure time.
Illusion shattered! Get out of here! Burn it down!
Gather!
Solidify!
I'm going in! Rise with the sun! Shine down!
This is order.
Pyroclastic surge! There is no escape!
Stabilize!
Torn to oblivion! Illusion shattered!
Order guide you. Solidify!
Light it up! Everybody stand back! Shine down! Inazuma shines eternal!
Cayó.
Wrath from the sky! Try and stop me!
Si con Pepito le gana de...
Stabilize!
Rise with the sun! Let's light it up! Going in! There is no escape! Torn to oblivion!
This is order.
This is order.
Light it up! Now you shall perish! Shine down! Everybody stand with the light of the blazing sun! Illusion shattered!
Order guide you.
Burn it down! There is no escape! Torn to oblivion! Shine down! Wrath from the sky!
Oh, Jesus. My friend. Tu pegama. Okay.
All the world holds dear is but a back.
Oh, padre. ¿Qué dice?
Constant motion.
Nah, eso no. Vamos para acá. Ok. Bueno.
You took your time.
Sorry, I bumped into the Traveler and Charlotte en route, and we ended up chatting for a while.
It's been a while, Annette. We're working as Lenny's temporary assistants in the investigation of the Phantom Weasel.
Thank you. It's good to have you helping.
So, what's the situation? have you seen Gemma?
Nope. I've been here a while, and she still hasn't shown up.
How bizarre. Maybe it was bad intel. Well, we won't get anywhere by standing around waiting. Traveler, Paimon, let's go ask around. Excuse me, good sir. Do you by any chance know a Gemma?
Gemma? You
Gemma?
mean Caesar's fiance? Sure I do.
I'm just trying to get a hold of her because I need her help with something. I heard she comes here a lot.
Yeah, she does. Poor thing. It's no secret why, either. She's heartsick. Ever since Caesar passed away, she's been coming here once every week to clean his grave. Often, she just sits there in front of his headstone, lost in thought. Sometimes she talks to herself. I asked her what she was doing once. She said she wanted to speak to him again. She knows he's gone and can't hear her from the grave, but she just likes to spend time there, telling her fiancé all about how her life is going.
And she's been doing this ever since Caesar passed away? Oh.
I'll bet. Caesar's reputation fell apart after his identity was revealed, so no one else visits his grave. Gemma's the only one who still thinks about him after all these years. I don't know if the mind lives on in the waters after death, but if it does, I'm sure Caesar must be grateful to have someone who remembers him fondly. If I'm honest, I think this is all so unfair to poor Gemma. Her fiancé was a low-life crook. He doesn't deserve someone like her. Anyway, all of that said, she's running later than usual today. Normally, she'd be sitting in front of his grave by now. I wonder if she's okay. Well, that's everything I know, I'm afraid. You might have more luck asking some other people.
All right, well, thanks for sharing all of this with us. We'll keep asking around.
You're welcome. I just hope she'll be able to move on one day.
Did you hear the news? They're saying the Phantom Weasel's back.
You're kidding. Wait, isn't he dead?
I don't know anymore. All sorts of news flying around nowadays. I can never tell what's true and what isn't. But what if, just hypothetically, I mean, what if this weasel's the real deal and Caesar was framed?
Called it. Seriously, 10 years ago, on the day it all went down, I said to myself, you know what? This guy's been set up. The Caesar I knew was a good guy. He gave balloons to children on the street, for Pete's sake. What,
For
are we
real?
supposed to believe that he was a balloon thief or something? Give me a break.
Oh, please. Weren't you the one cursing his name to high heaven when the police announced the news? You were all, that gosh darn lousy son of a, you think you know a guy, or words to that effect.
Wait, did I say that? I don't seem to recall.
Hello there. Sorry for disturbing you, but I couldn't help but notice you were discussing the Phantom Weasel. We're actually quite interested in this topic as well, but we're struggling to get to the bottom of it. Do you think you could spare a moment to tell us a little bit about Caesar?
You've come to the right people. Yep, I was there. Back when Caesar used to perform magic tricks on the street. He was a great magician. The best trick I ever saw him do was pop a transparent balloon, only for a whole bunch of doves to fly out from the inside. I was right up close and didn't blink or look away once. But for the life of me, I still don't have the faintest clue how he pulled it off. Really incredible stuff.
I saw him perform too. He always used to bring some gifts along for the kids who came to watch his show, and he'd hand them out after he was done. Sometimes, he even got the kids to write their wishes down, and then he'd make the items on the wish list appear in his next show.
Huh. He doesn't sound like such a bad guy.
But after he died, there were also rumors that he used the wish list to find out what was precious to people, with the intent to steal it later. As I'm sure you know, the Phantom Weasel would steal just about anything from anyone.
Whatever the case, now that the Weasel is back, Caesar's become a hot topic once more. I bet Gemma must be pleased. If Caesar's name gets cleared, maybe it'll finally give her some solace after all this time. No, speak of the devil. That's her over there. If you've got any more questions about Caesar, she's definitely the one to ask.
So that's Gemma. Is it just Paimon, or does it look like something's wrong? Wait, it looks like she's injured. Come on, let's see if she's okay. Hi there. You're Gemma, right?
Who's asking?
Don't be afraid. We mean no harm. It looks like you're injured. How bad is it?
Thanks for your concern, but you didn't answer my question. Who are you, and what do you want with me?
My name is Linny, and this is my sister Lynette.
My name's Paimon, and this here's the Traveler. We're investigating the Phantom Weasel.
The Weasel posted a warning letter this morning. If he still lives, that means that Caesar was falsely accused. You knew Caesar better than anyone else. So if you're willing, we'd love to hear what you think about all this. I promise you can trust us. We won't hurt you. In fact, we'll do all we can to keep you safe.
I never believed that he was the Weasel.
Huh. I suspected as much. Okay, so going back 10 years, do you remember anything strange in the weeks leading up to the accident? Did Caesar have a falling out with anyone, for instance?
No, not that I know of.
Got it. All right, sorry for disturbing you.
If you don't have any more questions, please leave. I want to be alone with him.
Judging by the look on her face, there's definitely something fishy about her.
She's lying. She definitely knows something.
That's fair. We're just a bunch of strangers who showed up and started questioning her about... In any case, I doubt we'll get any further here, so let's call it a day. Meet me outside Hotel de Boer tomorrow, and then we'll start the next step of our plan.
Inactivity